Have you ever had a moment when you lay awake at night, staring at the ceiling, and thought to yourself, why does it hurt so much? Why me? A moment when you try to live honestly, kindly, without hurting anyone, and yet life still hits you so hard that it becomes difficult to breathe. When you hold yourself together in front of others, smile politely, act as if everything is fine, but the moment you come home, you quietly fall apart because you don't want to burden anyone anymore. And you ask yourself, why? Why do good people have to go through things they would never wish on anyone else? If you've ever felt this, stay here with me, because what you're going through is not the end, and you are not alone in this pain. A darkness arrives suddenly. Sometimes life hurts in a way you never expected. Everything seems normal, and then something happens, and it feels like the ground disappears beneath your feet. You look around and don't understand how your world turned upside down, why things became so painful, why it happened now, and why it happened to you. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't deserve this. You were simply living your life, and suddenly found yourself in a darkness you never asked for, sitting alone with pain. And now you sit with this pain, the pain no one else can see, but the pain that eats at you from the inside. And inside you wonder, what do I do now? How am I supposed to live with this? Why is it so hard just to breathe? You are not weak. You are not broken. You are simply a human being who has suddenly encountered the kind of pain that is sharp, real, and deeply unfair. Pain does not mean guilt. Pain does not mean you caused it. Pain does not mean you deserved it. Sometimes painful things happen to people who have done nothing but good. Why good people hurt more? Good people feel pain more intensely because their hearts are softer. They notice more. They care more. They love more deeply. They trust more fully. They give more of themselves. A gentle heart cannot just ignore loss. A sincere person cannot simply move on. A sensitive soul feels the weight of everything. Your pain is not a flaw. Your pain is proof that you are real, that your heart is alive. When pain changes you, and yes, pain changes us, it doesn't enter our lives quietly. It arrives suddenly, loudly, unexpectedly, and it feels like everything stops. The things that used to bring comfort no longer do. The world loses its color. Your thoughts feel heavy. Your chest feels tight. Sleep won't come. Time feels slow. And you find yourself asking again, why does it hurt so much? How do I live with this? Pain changes a person, but that change doesn't make you worse. It makes you more honest with yourself, more aware, more open, more human. Pain doesn't destroy you completely. It destroys what cannot continue with you into the future. Your feelings are valid. What you feel right now is heavy, and that is okay. The world often expects us to be strong all the time, to keep a smile on our face, to pretend nothing is wrong, to hide our sadness. But that isn't real life. It is okay to cry. It is okay to feel lost. It is okay not to know what comes next. It is okay to pause. It is okay to be exhausted. It is okay to feel overwhelmed. Your emotions are real. Your pain is valid. And you have the right to feel everything you feel, without shame and without apology. You're not supposed to handle everything perfectly. You're supposed to be human, feeling unseen. And maybe you feel right now that no one sees what you're going through, that everyone else continues with their life, And your pain doesn't matter to anyone. But your pain does matter, even when it feels invisible, even when it feels ignored. You are not invisible. Your heart is not unheard. Your quiet suffering is not overlooked. A God is near, even when you don't feel Him. And whether you feel it or not, God is not far from you. Maybe it feels like He's distant. Maybe it feels like your prayers don't reach anywhere. Maybe you don't even have the strength to speak at all. But that doesn't mean He left you. Pain doesn't push Him away. Your tears don't scare Him. Your weakness doesn't disappoint Him. Your silence doesn't offend Him. He is near you. In the moments you think you're falling, near you. In the nights when you break quietly, near you. When you whisper, "I can't do this anymore." God is closest. When we feel the most alone, even if you can't feel Him, He is still there. You are changing, even if you don't notice. You may not notice it yet, but you are changing, not because of the pain, but because of what grows after it. You are learning to breathe in a new way, learning to listen to yourself, learning to live more gently, learning to see what truly matters, learning to rise again, slowly, carefully, softly. One day, maybe not soon, but someday, you will look back and realize you didn't stay where you are now. You grew, you softened, you deepened, you gained a strength that doesn't look like strength, but feels like peace. A pain doesn't last forever. Pain doesn't vanish suddenly. It softens. It changes shape. It loses its edge. It stops being the only thing you feel. And one morning, you will wake up and notice that breathing is easier, that the world has a bit more color, that you can smile, even if just a little. Healing doesn't happen in one moment. Healing happens in hundreds of small moments that slowly bring you back to yourself. A final words, gentle and warm. You don't need all the answers today. You don't need to know your future. You don't need to rush. You just need to live. One step at a time. One breath at a time. One day at a time. The light will return to your life. Not because it should, but because you were created to shine again. Darkness is not forever. It cannot swallow you whole. It cannot stop your heart from seeking hope. You are not alone. You are not broken. You are not abandoned. You are a human being going through a difficult chapter, and you will rise again. Maybe slowly, maybe quietly, but you will. This is not the end. This is just a heavy chapter, and ahead of you are pages filled with peace, clarity, and new light.